I'm Father Theron Walker. Welcome to Emmaus Anglican Church, Castle Rock, Colorado. I'd like to tell you about and invite you to celebrate Holy Week with us this year. All of our liturgies, our worship services in Holy Week, aren't just things where you go and watch. They're things where you participate. It is all set up, designed, so that we, the people of God, share in the sacred drama of Jesus' last week. We begin Holy Week with Palm Sunday. So on Palm Sunday, we actually start church outside, and we welcome Jesus in just like those people at Jerusalem did. We wave our palms. We have some Jerusalem donkeys with us. We enact Jesus coming into Jerusalem, and we ourselves welcome him as our King and our Savior. Then on Maundy Thursday, we gather at 7 o'clock in the evening, and that's the night where we remember Jesus' last night with his disciples. On that night, we bring in many of the great symbols, things that happened on that night. We start with those 30 silver coins of Judas's betrayal, and we have the bread, of course, and the wine, the basin and the towel reminding us of how Jesus washed his disciples' feet. This is a remarkable liturgy where we give some meditations to families, to adults and their young children. And it's such a powerful thing to see children enter into the solemnity of this great night. And that liturgy actually ends with us going with Jesus and his disciples to the Garden of Gethsemane, where we are called to watch and pray with him. For the flesh is weak, but the spirit is willing. Then on Good Friday, we again gather at 7 o'clock in the evening. And at this liturgy, we read dramatically, as a whole congregation, we read the Passion Gospel, the story of Jesus' betrayal up through his crucifixion and burial. It's such a powerful thing to be part of the congregation as that crowd calling out, "Crucify him, crucify him." And then in that liturgy, we bring in a life-size wooden cross. We give everyone in the congregation a slip of paper, and we ask them to write down their own sins, their own hurts, fears, anxieties, worries. And we give people space, time to come up to the cross, nail those things to the cross. And all this happens in the context of an amazing backdrop behind me here of the crucifixion, larger than life size. When you meditate on this amazing backdrop painted by our own musician, when you meditate on this, you realize that truly by his stripes we are healed. Now, our resurrection celebrations, Easter Day, they actually begin at 5:30 in the morning with a Great Vigil of Easter. We start outside in the dark, where we take those slips of paper that we nail to the cross, and we use them to start a fire. We call this the new fire. And from this fire, we light the Paschal or Passover candle. And we follow the deacon into the church as she sings out, "The light of Christ, the light of Christ, the light of Christ," the light of Christ which shines in the darkness, and the darkness did not overcome it. And then the deacon sings this amazing song. It's called the Exalted, written in the 4th century. This song is a celebration of Christ's victory over sin and death. And then still in the dark, we hear the sacred story of God's covenant with his creation. We read from Genesis. We have the fall, creation, fall, redemption, as God works his saving plan out through time, culminating at sunrise as the sun pours in from the east, as we sit up here on this hill and the sun is pouring into the building, and we read the Easter Gospel and hear about how Christ is risen. He is risen indeed. And then we do the most natural thing in the world. That's to say thank you. We make our sacrifice of praise and thanksgiving, or Eucharist. And then we have our regular liturgies of the day at 8 and 10:30 in the morning. Now, our Easter Day liturgies, well, these are actually the pattern for our whole lives and for what we do every single Sunday. So yes, we'll have some special music. We'll have a special celebration. But this is really the model for what we do all the time. Because Sunday, every single Sunday, is a celebration of the resurrection. So, we invite you to come and celebrate Holy Week with us? Walk with us as we walk with Jesus on this Emmaus road. Walk with us in this amazing adventure and journey of faith.